Good morning, TPC. Good morning to my backstage crew. Where y'all at? Where's my backstage crew this week?
Hi.
Good morning, everyone.
Hello.
Y'all get as excited to come backstage as I am to host you. Is anybody as excited as me?
Yes, I'm sorry. I didn't hear you. I'm very excited.
That was an overwhelmingly powerful message. Very powerful.
I can't wait to hear what you guys took away from it. Do we have everybody here with us?
We're missing one person. I think he has to come up.
We're missing Luke.
Yeah.
Okay.
Luke should be on his way.
I hope everybody was up and out their beds this morning. Like Elder Mike always encourages us to really get involved with the service, get involved with the word, because the Lord is giving us words to conform us to look more like him and less like our feelings and memories of our past. So I hope you guys were up and active with this word and you're ready to have some fun with us now backstage.
Absolutely.
Do we have Luke on yet? Are we still waiting for him? There we go. I got the crew. Good morning, Luke. How you doing?
Good morning. How's everybody doing? Good to see you.
Well. Hey, Luke.
The setup there.
Yeah, I'm taking over one of the pastor's offices. This is nice. It's nice here.
Okay. Well, we're glad to have you on stage, one of our several electricity band members. Thank you for joining us. I'm gonna hop right in. Y'all know now. Y'all been watching for the past several weeks. So I'm gonna start with you, Mr. David. If you could answer, what did you hear God saying to you specifically today? That's for you, David. Did you catch that?
Who's David?
Oh, I have a David on my list. Brian.
I mean, I'll take it. I mean, if it's Brian, I'll take it. No problem.
That's Oscar. I must have yours.
That was you were looking at my ears. That was for me.
Yeah, but let's start with Brother Brian. I'm sorry, I tossed this all up. What did you hear the Lord specifically saying to you today?
For me, I think when he started with the roots, I thought that was real deep, because I think when you talk about roots, it's just more than obviously just what it means. Obviously, you can go roots by like your family, roots by your heritage, or even roots as what you've learned and what you develop and you can pass on to other people. So when he said roots, for me, it kind of like more deep, like, we got to make sure whatever you do in your roots, you pass proper things to the next generation.
That's good. So you were having some of the roots in your life highlighted today as you were hearing the word. That's good. When we put a finger on them, then we can actually start to work through them and address them. Just like in the passage that we were meditating on in last week's message with Cain and Abel, the Lord kept coming back to Cain, asking him, "Why are you angry? Why are you angry?" And he wouldn't address those things in conversation with God. So once you put your finger on it, that's when we can get the ball rolling and start to make some progress. So Miss Tiffany Battle, how you doing this morning?
I am good. How are you this morning?
I'm doing well. You look beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. So do you. Thank you.
Thank you. And if you could answer, what phrase, quote, or word captured your heart or imagination in today's message?
I have to say it was two words, roots and rehearse. Root goes back to, of course, childhood. God has been showing me the word root for over a year now, and he keeps confirming, he keeps exposing, he keeps showing me, convicting. And rehearse, I went back and thought about, I grew up in a church where I've been singing in a choir like all my life. So in rehearsal, you go to rehearsal, perfect it. Got to get that song right. I have been rehearsing trauma or bitterness my whole life, to where that has been my guide and my mindset, and God has been breaking it down like crazy. And the conviction, it hurts, but it's needed. So that's what I got today.
Yeah, One of the takeaways talking about rehearsing was we're defiled and displaced, or we're delivered and distinguished by the stories we tell ourselves over and over again. So obviously, we discussed today that it's important to know what you are rehearsing, to be mindful of what you're rehearsing, but not only to be mindful, to then bring that, like I just said with Brother Brian, to God in prayer so we can address those things and move past those things and allow God's words to direct us more than those past memories and feelings.
Amen.
So powerful takeaway, Miss Tiffany. Thank you. Miss Tosca, how are you doing?
I am doing well, Olivia. How are you?
Husband now. Was that your husband then?
Well, actually, that's his email address, or probably, so I'm not sure. I mean, it's not his email address, but the way we have it configured, it would seem like you're talking to him or communicating with him.
Okay.
But I'm doing well.
I'm glad we have you this morning.
Thank you.
So what did you hear this morning that you wish everybody could hear?
You know, and there was so much today packed in this message, but for me, the choose peace over competition stood out to me. You know, often, you know, in conflict, we want to win, you know, and what I was hearing throughout this was victory in a situation is, it's not always immediate, you know, and we don't need to win. You know, choosing peace is victory within itself. And we're doing God's work in choosing peace. So for me, it would be choose peace over competition.
I saw somebody just post a relevant takeaway that conflict is unavoidable in relationships, you know, but we have to be intentional about, you know, collaborating with God and others and being peacemakers in the process of that, because there will be confrontation, there will be conflict. But yeah, that was a powerful passage to me as well. I think specifically for my generation and for your generation as well, social media can make competition a regular conversation, a regular struggle, because you're constantly seeing what everybody else is doing, constantly seeing what everybody else is up to. And you just have to stay focused on how the Lord is instructing you to collaborate with him and collaborate with others and kind of stay in your lane.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have to be intentional about being peacemakers. Brother Luke O'Reilly, last but not least. So glad to have you on. Was there a mic drop moment that just confirmed or clarified something you've been hearing or sensing from God? I think you're muted, Luke.
My apologies. I'm usually better at this, but this does not look like Zoom. So mic drop moment, there are many points that could have been takeaways. I think one for me was in the beginning, a pastor was talking about us having relationships with dead things. And for me, I think that I started thinking back in my life and in my relationships, in my past relationships with people, with friends, my love relationships, just that those dead things can either be dead relationships. It can be also not necessarily a person, but a feeling that we have, a relationship that we have, the way that we relate to love, the way that we relate to God, the way that we relate to the church, so many different things. And I just started kind of really looking at myself with the stethoscope in some ways, as Pastor was talking about, and just really evaluating what things am I holding on to that God already basically had got rid of in my life, but I'm trying to hold on to them. So
right.
That was a big thing for me. So I started doing some.
Can you drop the mic now? You got to drop the mic.
I don't want to disrespect Frank, because Frank's, you know, but.
No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, one of my most powerful takeaways and relevant to that was, if we keep following our feelings, we become conformed and shaped to them. If we keep following Jesus, we become conformed and shaped to him. So it's really important to cling more to the Lord's words than we do to our feelings, because as we talked about last week, our feelings are very real, but that doesn't mean that we should make them God. We can acknowledge them, we can process them, but then we have to submit them to the Lord so that he becomes our ultimate guide and not what we feel. So
right.
That's really good. So opening up the floor to everybody. Of course, we get to break it down a little bit together in our backstage conversation, but then we go a little bit deeper in our weekly peace cells. So which peace cells are you guys going to be attending this week? Luke, do you want to start us off?
Sure. I'll be Tuesday night. I'll be at Lee Malloy's. Peace out.
Nice. I heard that's a fun gang.
I mean, I've always actually looked up to Lee Malloy. He's of course one of our elders, but I just enjoy the way that he delivers anything that he delivers, whether it's a word or it's just any kind of I mean, he's given me some words before, just kind of pulled me aside real quick. So I really appreciate him. So I'm looking forward to being there.
Awesome. Miss Tosca, which PISA will you be attending this week?
Tuesday night for me, I attend Jessica Richards and Nicole Brody's P-Cell. It's always great discussion, with that group of ladies. I've been with them for a while. I think over the next year, I have to make an effort to get out and to experience other P-Cells. But that's the one that I attend.
That would be fun, but we're rooted, grounded, and connected somewhere. That's
I am.
Miss Tiffany Battle, whose PISA will you be attending this week?
I attend Sunday afternoons with Minister Angela and Minister Latoya, Powerhouse Praying Sister Team. I love them. And I appreciate them so much.
I have attended that PISA with regularity to make sure I'm prepared for the PISA I lead on Thursday. And I love learning from and absorbing all the wisdom in the room from that. So, so Brother Brian, last but not least, where will you be attending PISA this week?
My P-Cell is the only P-Cell I attend. That would be Sean and Haran's P-Cell on Monday nights.
Awesome. And as you guys know, I lead the young adult P-Cell 18 to 25. If you're a little bit beyond that, still feel free to join us if that's where you feel most connected. But we meet on Thursday nights at 7 p.m. We're a growing community, and we love to have fun and connect with new young adults. So thank you guys so much again for joining us backstage. I love talking and connecting with new faces, and thank you for sharing what you got from today's message. Have a happy Sunday, y'all.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Hey, everyone.
Y'all take care. Y'all be good. All right.
Bye.